Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel. We're down here at the Palma International Boat Show on a glorious sunny Saturday, and I've just jumped aboard a Marex 330 Scandinavia. It's a really interesting boat and I think you're going to be impressed with the fit and finish and also some of the innovations on the boat. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's get started here at the stern of the boat, and what's interesting about this boat is that you can have two lengths of swim platform here, bathing platform. The shorter one, which I think is about 68 centimetres, it brings the boat in at sub 10 metres. It's actually 9.99, which I know is important for certain marinas and dry stacks around the world. This has got the slightly longer bathing platform, which is about another 50 centimetres, and that just puts it up around 10.5 metres. Okay, so let's step aboard. First little thing to notice is this little drop down seat here. I think Marex do a number of different options around here, so you can have lots of different configurations, but I think that rear seat is rather nice, looking back at the water for a little sundowner. And then stepping in through this really chunky transom gate into the main cockpit area. Now, one of the other things that I'm really impressed with, and I don't know what it's called, I'm sure there's a special name for this fabric. It's like a suede cloth, sort of Alcantara, but it's lovely. It's really, really soft. It's really, I know it's a hot day, but it feels kind of snuggly and warm. And combined with this teak, this kind of colour palette, is absolutely lovely. I will find out the name. I'll put it in the description down below. Okay, so you've got a big U-shaped seating area here. Just move that paperwork off and show you this table, which when it folds out kind of involves the starboard seat as well. So you've got dining there, I would say, for probably 8 people possibly. And then just looking up here into the hard top, you've got a retractable that's not a proper word, a retractable soft cover there, which would really open this up to the sunshine. Let's fold that table back. Put my brochures back on there. There we go. And then into the main saloon. So galley on the starboard side here. So in here we've got our gas 2-burner hob, cooker, lots of storage, and fridge is just underneath the helm seat there. Nice view out there. And then you've got kind of a dinette arrangement to the port side here. And what's clever is this stool here. There's a little catch underneath, and this stool can come right out, sit someone on the end of the table, or push back in. So it's kind of halfway at the moment. And then what you can do on this one, if you fold the table up and out the way, you can pull this backrest, which is quite substantial, but what it does, it moves the backrest and it moves the seat base. Can you see that? So what you've got now is a seat that is the same height as your helm. So sitting there, you can see out. Most boats will just have kind of a flipping backrest that goes to and fro, but on this one, I'll just do it again, I'll push it back. There, you can see how the base drops down. Now obviously these are designed really for, well, not designed for, but they're built for colder climes. A lot of these boats go to Northern Europe, and therefore this kind of space is really important to have a kind of a cosy cabin to extend your boating year. But it's down here at the Palma Boat Show and it's a red hot sunny day. And the reason is that this boat really has two characters, two personalities, because we can see here there's also a sliding sunroof on the main saloon. So combine that with the fabric panel at the back and this becomes a very, very open boat when the weather allows, and a slightly cozier boat when it doesn't. Okay, let's swing around here to the helm position. Single helm, usual sort of arrangement here, with the bolster that comes down and a big Simrad multifunction screen. Now, in terms of engine options, you can have this boat with a single or a twin engine. You can have it on shafts, you can have it on stern drive. This particular boat has got twin Mercury 270 horsepowers on Bravo 3 stern drives. I think this is the higher power. This will give you a cruising speed of sort of mid to late 30s, top speed of mid to late 30s, cruising around the sort of 28-30 mark. Obviously a single engine on shafts, cruising around sort of 23, top speed about 28. So it really is what you want to use the boat for. You can configure it in terms of powertrain. The other thing that's quite nice about this boat, for a boat of this size, is that you've got direct access out through this side door. So I'm going to use that to make my way out onto the bow. So big sun pad out here, really nice high rail all the way around, concealed anchor down there, electric windlass, all the usual stuff one would expect. But this is one of the innovations that I think again is really impressive on this boat. You can just about see it, hopefully, if I lift up a bit. It's got solar panels, and these solar panels will generate up to 900 watts of energy, which is plenty to be able to top up your leisure batteries when you're at anchor without having to use your Jenny. Everything on this boat feels really, really well made. Quite sort of chunky, all the finishes are good. All the stainless steel here on the frames, very, very nice. Okay, let's make our way down below, in through this side door again, which is a rare treat on a boat of this dimension. And then we have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So down the steps and go immediately to port. And this is effectively under the sole of the boat. So quite a large double actually. Little area there to throw your bags and bits and pieces. You'll see also the glazing in the side of the hull. And then pan round here. Not masses of headroom. More headroom obviously at this end, but your feet don't need headroom, so if you're lying this end around, more than adequate. And again, this same sort of finish on all of this, and the wood really does feel very, very premium. Prices wise, well, this particular boat with this powertrain, around about 300,000 euros plus VAT. Okay, and now into the master. Again, big glazed areas along the sides. Air conditioning on this one, you can probably hear working flat out. But this is a really, really nice space, and I like the fact that they've sort of put an infill there. So if like me, when our kids were young, they'd like to snuggle in the morning and have a chat, you could probably, your kids could jump in with mum and dad and sit there. It's a massive space and a really, really nice one. Lots of natural light coming through there when you haven't got the cushions on, but just feels really nice. I like the lighting as well, which is kind of up behind these panels, and a bit of storage down here with a hanging locker. And again, this sort of little lobby area, if you like, got a glazed area up here, which just makes it feel even better. Right, so into our heads. So obviously loo down here, sink, and again what's quite clever I think is the shower is here, and it's just a little step down into the shower, which means all the water is going to naturally gravitate there and self-drain. Quite often when these are flush, the water sort of runs all over the floor and you end up sort of mopping it up. So I like this idea. It also gives you a little bit more headroom. So you've probably got a couple of meters of height. I think looking on the dimensions, most of this boat is like 1.98 m headroom, dips to 1.94 in certain places, but very, very good for a boat this kind of size. Okay, so we'll make our way back up on deck. Thanks very much. No, no, that's okay. It's great. Thank you. I'll have some water. I'll just finish up. That's great. Thanks. So there we go. A hot day in Palma, and I think a really cool boat. Lovely family boat. Very sociable spaces. Very easy to move around. And I really am sold on this upholstery. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So listen, thank you very much for joining us at the Marine Channel. Please give us a like, please give us a share, please let your friends know, and best of all, please subscribe. But most important, keep coming back, because that's why we do the videos. And we'll see you next time on the next one. From all of us at the Marine Channel, thanks very much and goodbye.